Hello there, Gemini. Thank you for checking out my channel. My name is Johnny Alchemy from johnnyalchemytarot.com, and welcome to your tarot forecast for the month of March 2021. First and foremost, I want to say a big thank you out there for those of you who have subscribed to my channel recently. It's a great pleasure to be able to connect with you and to have these videos and my readings resonate with you on some level. It also makes me feel really good to know that I'm doing some little part out there in the world to spread some awareness, insight, joy, love, peace, or whatever it is you get out of these videos. So thank you so much. I very, very, very much appreciate you. Anyone else who has not subscribed yet, I really encourage you to do so we can stay in touch for future videos. Okay, so let's move on with the reading. This is going to be a general reading, so some messages may apply. Take that as your wisdom and guidance from the universe. Anything else that does not apply is a message meant for someone else watching this video. So thank you again for your patience and understanding. Okay, so let's move on to the cards and see what messages they have for you, all you Tauruses out there, for the month of March 2021. Here, okay. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so, Gemini, okay. So first off, the card that we have right in the center of this, what you may be going through for the month of March, is the Knight of Cups right here. So Knight of Cups, we're talking about emotions, we're talking about the element of water, feelings, love, etc. The Knight of Cups is on a mission to share his cup with someone out there in the world, either to express some type of creativity, to share love with someone else, and to kind of, share these emotional feelings and this cup of satisfaction with the world. And so he's trying to find his place, trying to find the correct channel to express these emotions, or maybe even the right person to express love toward. I want to say love specifically because we got the lovers. We got Gemini right here, talking about all you Geminis out there. So we got the Lovers card. Actually, this was the Lovers card reversed right here. So it's talking about self-love. The thing about self-love is it's a wonderful thing because usually when people see the Lovers card reversed, they think about unrequited love or unequal love in some sense. But here it's talking about that you have possibly found, especially seeing this Knight of Cups, you found your own self-worth. You've found that your love is something to be treasured, something that is valuable, and that it's not something to be easily shared with those out there in the world and to be given out so freely and so easily. So I love seeing this in terms of, this is the conflict with this card because it seems like you want to share this love, but you may be a little picky about it. You may see your worth and your value, which is not a bad thing at all. And so you may have raised the standard, raised the bar a little bit in terms of who you want to share your love with and share this creativity with as well. In the subconscious part of yourself, we have the Ten of Swords reversed. Excuse me. So Ten of Swords, I love seeing this card because, again, any tens in the tarot talk about an end of a cycle. Especially with the Ten of Swords, it shows that you've possibly done a lot of great work for yourself to release a lot of pain, a lot of experiences that may have weighed you down or caused you a lot of anguish or turmoil in the past. And talking about love, this could be about purging yourself from any bad breakups, bad experiences with any boyfriends or girlfriends that you may have had, whatever it may be, releasing all that pain and purging all of that negativity out of yourself so that you've eventually just found love for yourself from all of that. You've gained a lot of wisdom and insight from the pain, if you will. And I love seeing the Ten of Swords also in the reverse because it's kind of like, in the image, you see this person is kind of lying dead on the floor with all these swords. But, it also suggests that this person transcends from that past physical pain into something more spiritual with new enlightenment and new perspectives. And talking about your recent past, we have the Seven of Wands. So here this shows me that, again, going back to that Ten of Swords and everything else, that all the other cards, it shows that you've really fought and found a position for you that you found valuable. Everything that you've attained for yourself and fought for during your journey, you have really faced every challenge and overcome it. You never gave up on yourself in a certain sense. And I love seeing this card because that's where self-love stems from. You don't give up on yourself. You continue to fight forward. You continue to overcome challenges, especially the ones that stem from within, the doubt, the fear, the insecurity, the judgment, the criticism, whatever you may face. And you really just pushed through it and found a good sense of self from it. And so that's where that, if this does resonate, and if you have been doing those things in the past, it's been coming up to this point where you have this great sense of self-love now. In your conscious self, we have the 7 of Cups, another 7. I love that. 7, another holy number. So 7 of Cups reversed. Now in your conscious mind, again, with the Cups, you have the ability to start playing with your imagination, your dream self. You get to start, I guess, experimenting and trying to figure out, what does my love look like in the future? What does that look like in terms of where we're living, what we're trying to do with each other? What are we working toward? What is this person like? What's their ambitions, their goals, their personality? What do they like to do? Do we have the same interests? Do we have the same career? All these things. Because in the 7 of Cups, this person is looking at all these different cups with these different things in them. And so here you have the ability to start playing with your imagination a bit. And it's saying, especially with it being reversed, it's saying that you don't have to make a decision right now. Now is the time for you to start being playful and experimental with your expectations. So I love seeing that, especially with the Cups, again, an emotion card talking about emotions and the element of water. So you get to play with that, get to understand, like, who is worthy of my love, who is worthy to receive what I have to offer, who would find it valuable. In the future, we have the near future, we have the Page of Pentacles right here, reversed. So here, this is telling me a few things. Number one, I think in the future, here you've learned, because a lot of the court cards talk about people and personalities, you've learned not to go for the people who are immature in a certain sense, and also possibly people who are of the earth signs. So people who are like Tauruses, or who else? Tauruses, Virgos, or Capricorns, any of those types of people, or people who have those types of traits, anything like that, and anyone who shows it on the more immature type of level. Also, this does tell me that in the future, maybe, as you go and play with your imagination of your expectations and trying to figure out who you want in your life, this gives you the opportunity to start investing in yourself. I love seeing this because with the Pentacles, again, it's talking about that physical change that you want to happen. Pages talk about new beginnings, and in the reverse, it's like this page is planting this pentacle into the ground. It's like a new seed of growth in a certain sense that will give them a longevity of some kind and a long-term reward. So here, this allows you to kind of continue to invest in yourself, to work on yourself on the more material plane. With that 10 of Swords and that 7 of Cups, it shows that maybe you've got your head right, you've got your heart right, and now it's time to get your physical bearings right in this world. And so you can start working on that. Try taking a new class, working on a new skill, being creative in some sense, getting some money, saving up a good nest egg for a new thing, whatever it is. So here you can start, working on yourself even more in the more physical plane. In terms of how you see this whole situation, we got the Ace of Cups. So many cups. I love it. And this is the cup here with this Knight. This is the cup that you're trying to share. That's the single cup you're trying to share. Your love is divine. Your love is something that is overflowing and unconditional, and that is something to be, again, valued and treasured. So your worth. What you have to offer, and it is something beautiful and something worthwhile. So here, this is telling me that you understand very much what you have to offer, and you understand your value, your worth. So here, with this Ace of Cups, you have this unconditional love. You have a lot of capacity for love and understanding and empathy for another person. It is now just about trying to find out who that person is and what type of character they have that is worthy of your love. In terms of your external environment, we got the 2 of Swords reversed. So again, as I said, in the future with that Page of Pentacles, focus on yourself a little bit. This 2 of Swords is talking about, a stalemate in some way, in terms of not making a decision of any kind. So in your external environment, if there are new opportunities of people coming into your life, be open to them, but understand that maybe it might be best for you to continue working on yourself and not to make any decisions at this current moment. This Two of Swords, this person is still like, blindfolded and kind of crossing their arms, kind of still guarding their heart a little bit. And for you, I wouldn't say it's something out of insecurity, but it's something that you don't want to lose momentum on in a certain sense. If you are doing very well with yourself and found a good pace with your self-love and new perspectives and inspiration from it, continue down that path, because that's only going to serve you. If you allow someone in, that may disrupt that flow, if you will. So here, in terms of the Two of Swords, take that into consideration, that maybe now is not the time to be making any decisions to disrupt the flow that you're in. In terms of your hopes and dreams, I love this, the Hierophant reversed. So here, this is telling me that you've learned to really forge your own path and to no longer take on the traditional views or expectations of society, culture, family, friends, whatever it is. You forged your own path by yourself and learned self-love on a very deep level. So this Hierophant is saying that you are going against the grain in a certain sense, finding your own moral compass, finding your own meaning and what is correct for you as an individual. And I love that, especially that tells me, when people really do love themselves and find, true value in who they are and what they do, this is what it's all about. You find and embrace your uniqueness, your individuality. You identify what makes you special and different from everyone else, and you run with it. And you embrace it and you love it. That's exactly what self-love is. So here, in terms of your hopes and dreams, I think this is wonderful, because it's saying that, you hope that you're doing something good by you and fair by you above anything else, which is important. In terms of the outcome, we got the Ten of Pentacles, another 10, very similar to that Ten of Swords, talking about another ending of a cycle. And I love seeing this because it's telling me that, you're no longer living a lifestyle that is fake. You're no longer living a lifestyle that is imposed upon you by, again, culture, family, friends, expectations, whatever it is. You're not living something that is all for show. You're focusing more on something that is meaningful for you on an individual level. So I love seeing this card, because the outcome is saying that you've gone through this before, possibly. You've maybe invested time or energy or resources into making yourself look or feel good for someone else. But now you've learned to let that go, and you've erased that cycle, if you will, so that you can start focusing on yourself more on an individual level. You do those things now to impress and make yourself feel good, not to attract someone else or get their approval or validation, which I love to see. So yeah, that's a good outcome from all of this. And I think, especially seeing the Gemini card just used straight up right on the top of this whole reading, it's really good, because I think that's something synchronistic that is telling me that a good amount of you, if this does resonate, are finding true love with yourself. And that's only going to make you stronger and more prepared when someone does come along who fits the character that you want in your life, so that you can be there for them and you can be there for yourself, and it's going to be a lot easier altogether. So let's move on and let's look at some oracle cards and see what we have. Let's see, flexible, got it. Got it, okay. Move these guys over, and one more. Okay. So here, first off, let's talk about this card, the Fates. I love that. Talking about self-love, and when you do find out, again, your own worth and value, now you have the ability to kind of open up the possibilities for fate, destiny, to start working with you, because now you're very clear on what it is that you want, on what you're worth, on who you want to attract in your life. So now fate can say, okay, they have an idea, they have this vibrational energy now that they're putting out there, that they need this type of person to complement their type of love and how they choose to be loved. So now we have to, let's start attracting that similar vibration to that person, whatever that person is putting out. Fate is going to start working on your side to start, again, law of attraction, to start bringing you to whoever it is, your soulmate, twin flame, whatever it is, back to you. And so you can find each other and find love, and to create a new reality together with one another. Flexible. I love this. This is another card, flexible. So as I said, you're going to start using your imagination to kind of figure out who is this type of person you want to attract. It's good to have an idea, but again, also to be flexible. If they don't fit the bill completely, but they lack a few things, but those things maybe aren't as important, still give it a shot. If as long as they fit the bill on the most important aspects that you truly need in your life, give it a shot. Why not? Be flexible. It's easy to, I know that I can say this also for a lot of people and also myself, that when you find love within yourself, it's easy to just kind of dismiss people. It's easy to kind of push people away because the minute they show one little sign of not fitting the bill, then they say, oh, they're not the one for me, then just completely brush them off. And that can be a little bit, that could be a little dangerous too, because you could block off a lot of opportunities. Understand that the Suit of Cups is water. Water is meant to be in flow. So allow opportunities to come and go out of your life. Be flexible, be playful with it. Try and get to the core value or issue of the person, whoever you meet, whatever opportunity may come your way, to understand them on a grander scale and on the big picture level. And then allow that emotions to flow back and forth and see if they are a good fit for you. Another card here, we got Perseverance. And I love this. And look, I almost see this. I see this very much as this Ten of Swords right here with all those swords going vertically, and also Perseverance. It shows that you've gone through a lot, whether it be in life in general or specifically in love, whatever it may be, but you've gone through a lot and you've learned through a lot. You've persevered through it. You've learned to take the pain and to transform it into something beautiful, into self-love, which I think that's a great card to get, especially seeing it very much like that Ten of Swords, which is really weird. I just saw that right now. But that perseverance, that's what's needed in life, because when life sometimes kicks us down. That's how life is sometimes. It's not always going to be on the up and up, It sometimes brings us down to the lows. So we have to be able to persevere through that sometimes. And for some of you who resonates with this message, you've done a great job to persevere through the pain and to transform it into something greater. So overall, I think you have a lot of great opportunities for you to make a lot of good choices in terms of love in your life, romance, and all those other types of feelings, and that you've brought yourself into a great position to make good choices and to be very clear on what you want in the future. And so I guess this is what I see for all you wonderful Geminis out there. I hope this message did resonate with some of you. If it did, feel free to shoot me a like, and don't forget to also subscribe if you haven't. And feel free to comment as well. Let me know what was synchronistic for you guys and how this was for you. I would love to hear from all of you guys. So thank you again. I want to wish you the best for the month of March 2021, and be well, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Goodbye.